We're like a half an hour into the lesson. Wow, 45 minutes into the lesson.
Like an hour?
Hour into the lesson, it's flying by. They just throw you into it, man. You just get in the tuk-tuk, learn the gears, and then you're just in traffic. So we picked up our tuk-tuk in Negombo, went with this sweet black one, loved it. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward pickup process. You sign all the forms, get your license, and then you basically just get in your tuk-tuk and learn how to drive in about half an hour. This is our teacher. We're learning how to drive.
My name is Melvin.
He's the best.
Yeah.
It's already going great. Hey! We've done this road for a while.
We decided to head north to Marawila. This distance in a tuk-tuk takes about 2 hours, since a tuk-tuk's maximum speed limit is only 40 kilometers per hour.
So we picked a place like an hour ago. It was $19, and it's the nicest place we've stayed at ever.
We got a free upgrade on our first night, which was awesome. Spent some time frolicking in the pool. We watched a great sunset and had a really nice dinner on the beach.
Day 2, we gotta check our oil. Right where we want it. Maybe even a tad high, which is nice, and the color looks good. So we're good to go.
Day 2 with our tuk-tuk. Let's do this. It was a long day of driving. It took us about 6 hours to drive from Marawila to Anuradhapura. It's about 150 kilometers. We took a scenic route and stopped a few times to enjoy the scenery, and we hit a couple traffic jams. Overall, it was a beautiful drive through the countryside, most of the roads in great condition.
He's driving the tuk-tuk like a champion. It's probably our longest day that we're gonna be in the tuk-tuk so far. We're swapping back and forth. Lainey's being an absolute monster today. Good weather, good driving. Good goodness.
6 hours later, we're almost there.
We arrived in Anuradhapura around 3 p.m., dropped our bags off at our homestay, and immediately left to go enjoy the sunset and the Buddhist temple at Mihintale. We drove to Mihintale. It's one of the oldest Buddhist ruins and temples, current temples, in all of Sri Lanka. Archaeologists say that this is where Buddhism started in Sri Lanka, so it's a really famous pilgrimage site for Buddhists. We love it.
Just a casual, humongous Buddha. Sunset Rock. So you gotta climb this whole big rock barefoot.
Almost there.
Oh man, nice barefoot climbing style. I thought it would be crammed with people up here at sunset, and there was like 5 of us. Well worth a sunset here. And there's music.
2 nights tonight, which is great because it's super affordable. We pay $21 for 2 nights for 2 people, and we have air conditioning and hot water and Wi-Fi. Giant.
Just by the side of the road.
I didn't know you're not supposed to wear black to Buddhist religious sites. You should wear white and not wear black or dark colored clothing. I am covered up pretty conservatively. However, the color choice was apparently poor. We'll see if we have problems getting in. We explored Anuradhapura on a Saturday. The sacred fig tree at Jaya Sri Mahabodhi is a free site since it's an active Buddhist temple. It's the oldest living humid planted tree in the world. Sri Lankan people are incredibly sweet. This family wanted us in their photo, which we obliged. Everywhere we've been, the people are incredibly nice and giving and friendly. This temple has a 5,000-year-old written history. It has gorgeous views from the top of the surrounding stupas.
Lane's behind the wheel. It's not really a wheel. Lane's behind the handlebars. Of the Tuk Tuk. We're driving to Sigiriya, which is the big famous lion rock. We're gonna also hike the nearby rock. Oh my god, these lakes are so pretty. Really easy road, so Lady's taking over. And I'm just gonna sit in the back like a prince. My hair is unfortunate right now. I look like George Washington if he was a homeless hipster.
Our drive to Sigiriya was beautiful. We're both finally getting the hang of the clutches of Fibo, our Tuk Tuk. We are driving through beautiful green fields, mountains in the distance. There's a little bit of construction, but nothing too bad. We drove by lily ponds that were gorgeous, and I stopped to buy a lily from a guy who literally jumped out of the pond to sell it to me. We did not purchase from the kid, though. We don't believe in patronizing children that way. I love my gorgeous lily. The guy turned it into a necklace. We got a my backpack, Sean's backpack, guitar, and then at our feet, I've chained up with a bicycle lock our valuables. These bags right now only have our clothes and toiletries, so any of our electronics and money, visas, they're all in our backpacks and our snack bag, which are at my feet.
We pulled over on the side of the road on the way to Sigiri. The guy that owns the place told us about a little hike that's like 10 minutes away, where there's 2,000-year-old letters that no one can read anymore, and like a beautiful view. So we're gonna go do that. Let the day happen.
So like the best roti ever.
It's really good. You just drive down the thing and park, and then just go up the hill. So we're just like
Going up the hill.
randomly going up this hill. This other Tuk Tuk guy was like, yeah, just lock your stuff and keep it away from the monkeys and just go up the hill here. So we're wearing sandals. We're going up a hill. We followed the map, and it's led us onto a questionable dirt road that's going for probably 7K. We're driving like 7K on like the worst dirt road I've seen in a while. But Phoebo's eating it up. Hopefully we'll be all right. I'm trying to stay on the main road because this sucks.
Ultimately, we've learned that Google is not our friend in Sri Lanka. Many roads are small and dirt, and that's just a road here. Little did we know this was just the tip of the iceberg with more bad roads to come. Despite the roads, it was still such a beautiful drive because we could see Pidurangala Rock as we were driving in.
Where are we going?
We're going to Lion Rock. That one.
Oh, it's so pretty. So it's about 2:30 and we're leaving our homestay, which is located literally like smack in between Lions Rock and
Pidurangala. I need to point out that this is the very first time that Sean has done a man bun in the history of man buns.
Got a man bun, but it's in my hat.
I have mixed feelings.
I think you're actually bummed out because she likes it and she's like, oh no. But anything next to what my hair is normally doing is gonna look great.
Oh, and I've been carrying this hair tie for 7 months. I thought it would be for myself, but turns out I was holding it for him.
So we're walking to Lions Rock. It's $30 each to get up there, but it's late afternoon. The weather's perfect, so we're gonna walk up
We'll see if it's
and
worth it.
check out the view.
We've been here for 4 days, and I'm just blown away. I can't believe that Sri Lanka isn't more popular among Western tourists and that it's not overdone.
We're going up top. It's so steep. The view from up here is absolutely absurd. We're not even at the top yet. This is one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. Gosh.
Sigiriya, or Lion Rock, is an ancient palace and fortress. Sri Lankans call it the 8th wonder of the world. Since 3th century BC, Sigiriya served as a monastery. In the second half of the 5th century, King Kasyapa decided to construct a royal residence here, kicking out the Buddhists. After his death, Sigiriya returned back into a Buddhist monastery until the 14th century when it was abandoned. Today, we visit these ruins, which are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and enjoy the beautiful sunset at the top.
It's like 5:45 in the morning. We're at the base of Pidurangala to go hike up and see the sun. Woo!
Pidurangala Rock is next to Lion Rock. It's going to have great views for sunrise from the top. The trail is a little tough to find in the dark. You go through a Buddhist monastery. We scrambled up some stairs and past the ruins of an old temple. There's a point in the trail where you have to scramble over some boulders, and it's a little tough going. At the top, there's a beautiful view of the entire area. We made it just in time for the sun to come over the hills and peek through the clouds. This hike is really popular amongst all sorts of tourists because it's significantly cheaper than Sigiriya Rock. Pidurangala costs 500 rupees per person, which is a little less than $3 US. You can see it gets really crowded at sunrise. We were able to make it back down to our homestay in time for a really tasty breakfast.
We have to make one stop at the handyman over here. He's the guy who makes all sorts of metalwork.
Example, they don't have any drawing. I make it just a line with pencil.
Our drive from Sigiriya to Dambulla was pretty uneventful. It took about a half an hour to 45 minutes since we hit some traffic in downtown Dambulla. We wanted to drop our bags off at our lovely homestay before we left immediately to go do some hiking at a place called Namal Uyana, which is famous for its rose quartz crystal mountains.
The largest rose quartz mountain in Asia.
In all of Asia, the largest rose quartz deposit in all of Asia.
So important.
It's very important.
And
there's a historical planting of the endemic ironwood tree here in Sri Lanka.
Everyone's been super sweet. We stopped by the side of the road and had like a very cute lunch with the family. It's getting a little more touristy as we head south, but it's still like 9 out of 10 friendliness and smiles and helpfulness. So we're hoping it holds up as we get closer to Candy and Ella. We're in this like lovely shaded walk, a national park, and it's still super quiet. It's like really chill. I think we're the only Western tourists here right now. We haven't seen any others.
There's not a soul in sight right now.
Yeah, which is like, I've been continually surprised with how calm a lot of the tourist attractions are here. They're really well taken care of, but like it's not a madhouse. Even at Lion Rock, it was still like pretty doable. Did a fly get in your eye?
Yeah.
Well, they're calm, but you might die if you don't keep your eyes closed.
Oh, and I have
Are you gonna die?
I have like spicy spice on my fingers, so
Don't rub curry in your eyes.
Rose Quartz Mountain's beautiful, mostly in the shade, and then all of a sudden we popped out into this open mountainside, and it's just a huge monolith.
If you're the kind of kid that had a rock collection, you're gonna love it here.
We both had rock collections as kids.
It feels like you're walking through a rock collection and you want to stop and look at all the rocks, but everything is a rock.
Yeah. But don't take the rocks, because then there won't be any more rocks.
All alone on Rose Quartz Mountain, all my friends are down below, all alone
on
Rose Quartz Mountain. Rose Quartz Mountain, you are my new home. There's no one else here.
Tucking along, and we're singing this song because we're tucking along. Tuck, 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 tucking along.